this is going to be a banger.
Well, if you want to know who's been doing their homework, I can tell you already it's not Acend based off the start of Recharge Slayer, just allowing Kimbo to get that overshield. So maybe NAVI will have some kind of an advantage here at the start, but that advantage may just be stripped away. The first 2 kills, they go in the hands of Acend. So does the overshield, and now Snipe Drone has his eyes on Jimbo.
Not just has the eyes on Jimbo, but the eyes on the sword as well. Overshield plus sword, plus pushing into the base. This is where NAVI need to be a little bit careful, because this can very quickly turn into a flag run if you're not careful. But Snipe Drone knows he can't just run aimlessly into the base here, otherwise he could be drilled by several BRs.
I'll be honest, I slept during math most of the time. I don't know what that equation usually turns into, but overshield plus sword plus control usually ends up sounding like a pretty good thing. That's a positive result, I'd have to assume, and that flag being on the move is going to be a positive thing for Acend fans to see.
Snipe Drone tries to lay down a little bit of covering fire, and that's a good toss. This is good recognizing that you cannot afford to go down with the flag here, otherwise you will be numbers down once you get into your base.
The pressure, it's on. The overextenders, they're here. Ascend's got to deal with them. The flag being pulled, and it's one of those Fathom-esque styles where you overextend, you get a touch, you cut the flag off. Can you get the slays, though? The answer is no. Acend, they get their kills. Is the flag returned, however? It is going to stay 0-0 as that flag is returned. NAVI do just enough to keep this game tied.
How on earth did Acend not get that? They tried to repulse her up to get the touch, but NAVI have done just enough so that they get sent back purely off a little bit of a retime, and then eventually just too much time for them to work with to try and actually get a touch of their own. Respectful now has the skewer, but he goes down. Flag is moving. 2 members have fallen for Acend.
How are Acend going to play this one? Kimbo, he's got sword in hand, able to find one, but losing teammates all over the place. He wants to get the return out of the flag that's been thrown out. And Kimbo, he's able to get a touch, actually. So even though Acend look like they have an advantage in that opportunity, Jimbo, Kimbo, they're about to make some plays, but Respectful trying to get that overshield impacted. Jimbo able to hit some crucial shots to take that one down. Not only that, he gets the touch. His flag, it's going to be returned. And if Jimbo can continue to advance this flag, they're only going to have to worry about 1, maybe 2 overextenders from Acend, and they will find themselves up 1-0.
I mean, that overshield play might have worked online, does not work on land. Jimbo connects with those shots, but unfortunately now as the last remaining player, does have a sword to work with though. Flag will get returned, no cap for NAVI, but what can Jimbo do to try and stop this run?
Overshield in the hands of Snipe Drone, so they still acquire that. And those overextenders, Snipe Drone can smell them. There's one high, one low. Low, it's down. Mid-bridge. 2 for the overshield. Overshield control being so crucial to these flags run, and that's going to do it. Snipe Drone with that overshield able to subside any of the overextension from NAVI. Acend take the lead 1-0.
And they both got one close, but it is Acend who finally put one in. And NAVI, unfortunately, after getting so close themselves, this is what Catalyst flag is like. It's counter cap after counter cap. It's overextend after overextend. And sometimes it can come down to something as simple as an overshield control to really make that difference.
Snipe Drone, he's going to pull this one. His flag's being ran towards him. Needs to make a play. Unfortunately, he can't do so. He gets hit by a nade, and 2 go in the favor of NAVI. Jimbo's got the flag the entire way. All they need to do is get this return. They need to do it quickly, though. You see members of Acend starting to approach this side. Jimbo hops that return immediately, punches it in, and they tie this one up. NAVI not going to go quietly in the night here on Catalyst CTF. This one could go the distance.
What a response from NAVI. Not only was it a flawless run from Jim, apart from a little bit of a trip on that final hurdle, but it was how they controlled the spawns of Acend, how they managed to keep tabs on those overextenders as Jim tries to toss the overshield off the map.
I think he does toss that one off, and Respectful just moments away from denying that. But Respectful, he's going to see an opening, take a player with him. Good defense from NAVI to shut down Respectful, but there's still numbers to deal with.
So tough when you spawn back base and you know that grenades are being hurtled your way, but Legend is doing what he can to stay alive. Mighty's also gets one onto Snipe Drone, and it's a 3 versus 3 now. Legend still being a nuisance at the back of this base. Is he going to be able to stay on the map? No, he won't. He goes dipping, he goes diving, and now NAVI can have a 4 versus 3.
Good job by NAVI. Defense stands strong. Keep this at a 1-to-1 game for now. What can Kimbo do to make a play, create some space for his team? Wants to double back, knows that the push has already come through. Great teamwork between him and Mighty's. They find 3 together. And not only that, you see on the other side of the map, it's 2 Foxy running the flag.
So not only have they got rid of the first player back in their base, but the flag is moving as long as Foxy doesn't get taken down by across-map shots, which he doesn't. This is a really good position for Na'Vi. They just need to make sure Foxy gets his shield back, which he does, and now he can get on in. He can capture this one. Na'Vi go 2-1 up here.
Style points with the grapple, but even more of a heads-up play from 2 Foxy. He says, if my teammates can get these kills, I can run this flag. They get the kills, I run the flag. Everybody making plays for Na'Vi to take the lead here.
So much easier to make plays like that on LAN as well, where you can watch your teammates screen, you can see what's happening. You don't have to keep your eyes on the kill feed as much as you would if you were playing online. 6 minutes still remaining though. And even though Na'Vi have the lead, Acend won't be too worried. They just need to make sure they keep tabs on these players overextending from Na'Vi, because they have been a nuisance.
And Acend have got to be frustrated at this point, as they are pulling a flag of their own, looking for respawners that are attempting to overextend. They are heavily outslaying Na'Vi right now, but they are down 2-1. The name of the game is capture the flag, and they're going to need to punch this one in. But at the same time, these overextenders, you got to go back with the flag, because they're going to be a real threat, as Overshield, briefly seen on respectful screen in the hands of Na'Vi, going to make this a very difficult situation to deal with.
And the fact this flag is not being captured, a lot of it down to Kimbo. He waited patiently around a corner, he got the back whack, they get the return as well. So it's another flag run, stifled and stopped here by Na'Vi. They seem to have a very good plan. It's keep one player alive and hide. Make sure they do not know where you are, so you can do what you can to either do damage or at least get the kill on that flag run.
And even so, Acend get the slays, but guess what? The return comes through again. Na'Vi somehow finding a way to get the return, even though they're not getting the kills. And as long as they're dying on Acend's side of the map, they will not risk losing a cap.
So difficult to navigate these fights in base because of the pillars. So many nooks and crannies that you can hide behind, and we are seeing these players learn how to navigate these fights a little bit more successfully when you're on the more offensive side, and Mighty's just about stays alive here. But of course, those spike grenades, they hit hard.
Pretty lethal. Snipe drone can't get a trade. 3 go down. That flag, it's pretty advanced, and Jim, he has his eyes set on the prize, but here's his teammate say, I'm going to go for that one. So Jim, it's your job just to subside some of the pressure and find out where Acend are spawning, because you know that they're going to try to keep this at a 1-cap game. And Legend, he gets the first. That's a big one from Legend. 3 go down for Na'Vi, so they may be overextended a little too much to try and get that flag. Let's see if Acend can punish them.
Anything you can do, I can do better. 3 go down on one side, flag gets pulled on one side. Snipe Drone can keep that one running as well, but 2 of his teammates have fallen. So Na'Vi, they're going to do exactly the same. They're going to be overextending, but as Acend run this flag, let's jump into an Astro listening and see what the comms are like.
You guys go.
I'll watch out, bro. I might have to cut this edge, I might have to cut that.
Yeah, I can watch it or cut it. I'm going. Weak. Nice, speed it.
Last guy on OS. Last guy has OS.
Okay,
on my X now. He's going to come our Ivy side, alright? Ivy side with OS.
So now I'm going to get sneaky on this side.
Ivy side with OS, 2 Foxy.
I'm on the side, yeah.
Seeker, I think he's your side. Mike, I'm watching.
Hey, he's on me, he's above me. Okay, P1. Watch out, P1, Timbo.
Very, very calm in a hectic situation, a sporadic game that has had a lot of chaos. Respectful, keeping the boys very calm, cool, collected, giving directions on how to punch that one in and exactly where that Overshield player is located. But no time to talk about what's happened, because consistent action is the name of the game here on Catalyst. It's going to be a flag stalemate here as both are being pulled, and these slays are crucial.
We've seen this so many times where both flags are out, and that one kill can really make the difference. Skewer coming up in 8 seconds, but no one's going to worry about that at the moment. It's about flag runs. You worry about the sword coming out of nowhere. It seems to always be in Mighty's hand at the moment.
Mighty's coming out of nowhere, stops that flight dead in its tracks, wants to hop the return, but the grenades are so easily funneled onto that location. Eventually does get that return, and how many times have we seen it? Na'Vi with these returns have been so crucial to staying in this game. They get killed, but once again, on a Sin side of the map, the flag's not being run. It's all about playing the objective while slaying. And as I say that, a couple more kills for Acend while the flag is being pulled could give them the lead with 2.5 minutes left.
So important when you can survive there on one shot. And it was big kills coming out of Legend to give them this opening, but Foxy gets one of his own. It's a 4 versus 3, and here comes the base battle once more. Legend's going to be the first point of contact, and Legend again wins that 1v1, and now he's got the sword. Acend looking to take the lead.
Respectful does go down. Another player's no shield. He is going to slide in. And as he is the last player alive, Sika able to get it in, but the counter cap is a realistic opportunity now. You're seeing Jimbo here run this through the hallway. There is going to be a spawner to try and deal with, though. Snipe drone gets the fortunate spawn below him, but Jimbo, he has help. 2 Foxies there. They get the kill, and now they should have a numbers advantage to deal with overextenders that are going to be here for Jim to deal with.
What a fantastic run it's been from Na'Vi. Kimbo does go down, though. Got to be careful. Should be an easy gap. Will be. It's 3-3 with 1 minute 30. The winners final starting to get a little bit spicy now.
My adrenaline is going because I know these players are dealing with these chaotic situations so well right now. What a response from Na'Vi with 1.5 minutes left in this game to tie it up. Neither team wants to lose this one. It is such an important game here in the winners bracket finals. Legend has done so much to help his team keep this at a 3-3 scoreline, but right now Kimbo behind enemy lines. He used the grapple to get there, catches a player off guard. Not only that, but he's got the flag on the move. 2 down for Acend. Na'Vi have it in their hands.
Sika's just pulled one, though. He's behind enemy lines. He wants to get that flag as far away as possible, but he gets caught out. Na'Vi in a 3 versus 3. Flag still moving. Snipe drones just spawned, so it's going to be down to players like Respectful, like Legend, to try and get some kills here.
Are they going to be here in time is the question. An overextension, that flag is still out, but it's going to return. Legend hops in it momentarily, but not enough. The kills come through. The cap is in. Na'Vi take the lead.
35 seconds left for Acend, otherwise Na'Vi are going to go up in this series. It's all about defense now. Double kill for Kimbo. Na'Vi staying alive. They're in a 4 versus 2, and Acend have one last push to try and keep this game alive.
Every kill Na'Vi get, there's going to be a little bit more patience in their game, a little bit more happiness. They know they've got this one in the bag as long as they slay out. 3 go down for Acend, and Kimbo standing at the midline. Halfway, making sure no one on Acend can get there. 2 Foxy somehow, he's in Ascend's base. And at that point, he knows he's got the win. Some dead bodies are being shot, but more importantly, some fist bumps are being thrown. Mighties can feel Na'Vi take the lead here 2-1 in our finals.